Say hello to a new friend on an old road. Take a two-lane trip of memories into mysteries unknown. Come along for the ride. Jim Hinckley's America. Jim Hinckley's America.
Hey, good morning, everyone. How are we doing this beautiful day? Touch of winter in Kingman today. A little bit of light rain, a little snow this morning, just a dusting. In typical fashion, it'll be 75 again on Monday. We sure haven't had much of winter this year. No complaints on my part. It gets below 80 and I start looking for my long underwear. So is everybody ready for a story from the Old West? I got a tale to tell you today. A fella named Jeff Davis Milton. Are you ready to ride the range with a real gunfighter? This guy is something else. You ready? He was a legend on the Southwest frontier in the late 19th century. He had a well-deserved reputation as a fearless lawman and a career that spanned more than 50 years, even though he lost use of his left arm during a gun battle in Fairbank, Arizona. More on that in just a bit. On November 7th, 1861, Caroline, the wife of the governor of Florida, former Confederate General John Milton, gave birth to a son. They named him Jeff Davis Milton. Jeff grew up on the family estate in Sylvania, Florida, which fell into hard times following the end of the Civil War. At the age of 15, Milton moved to Texas, and he worked on an uncle's mercantile store. Then he began learning the cowboy trade and became quite proficient with horses and ropes and guns. On July 27, 1880, Milton applied to become a Texas Ranger at their headquarters in Austin, Texas. He was only 18 years old at the time, so he had to lie about his age because the minimum requirement was 21 years of age. And he was sworn in as a Texas Ranger after meeting some of the basic requirements. One of these included providing his own firearms and proving that he was proficient with both rifle and pistol. Milton chose a Colt 45 single action and an 1873 44-40 Winchester carbine. He soon began carrying a second 45 in a shoulder holster under his shirt. On more than one occasion, the second gun proved to be the difference between life and death. He traveled thousands of miles in his years with the Rangers. He became intimate with the rugged Pecos and Big Bend area. These were the years when the Southern Pacific Railroad was laying track into El Paso. There was no shortage of gamblers, outlaws, prostitutes, and ne'er-do-wells. Following the construction camps and moving into El Paso, it sure kept things interesting for Rangers. Milton had an incident in Mitchell County. It's kind of legendary. He was arrested following an incident when a belligerent cowman shot up the town, and he drew on Milton and two fellow officers when they tried to arrest him. According to the legend, the cowman was shot down and the three young lawmen were charged with homicide. There was a lynch mob atmosphere in town, and it was fueled by threats from the ranchers' friends. The three unarmed defendants were escorted before the justice of the peace, each guarded by another ranger, wearing not one but two revolvers. Well, the lynching party kind of sized up the situation and decided they should maybe discuss the situation over at the nearest saloon. And, well, Milton and his partners were eventually acquitted. After taking leave from the Rangers, Milton set out for new opportunities in New Mexico territory. He homesteaded a small ranch and became a deputy sheriff in various counties, as well as he accepted a position as cattle detective with a special commission from the governor of the New Mexico Territory. His exploits, his fairness, and his no-nonsense approach fueled his growing reputation on the western frontier. In 1887, Collector of Customs Joseph Mogoffin of El Paso hired Milton to ride from Nogales to the Gulf of California. His job was to patrol the Mexican border, prevent smuggling. Kind of just a daunting task, to say the very least. Jeff's reputation as a marksman and an efficient lawman grew during his tenure with the Customs. It came to an end when political forces caused the discharge of the entire service in 1889. Well, after that, Milton earned his pay riding for the brand on various ranches and as a deputy in dusty frontier towns, and also as a horse trader and a prospector.